Namaste and welcome everybody. This time we are with class 8 solution, the first chapter, cell, its structure and function. Fill in the blanks. All living organisms are made up of cells. The cell wall provides rigidity and protection to the plant cell. All cellular activities are controlled by nucleus. The mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Tissue is a group of cells performing a specific function. It was Robert Hooke who observed cells for the first time. Match the following: Golgi complex, packaging, ribosomes, protein synthesis, chromosome, genes, dead cells, cork, photosynthesis, chloroplast. Let's do the MCQ part. The cell organelles which acts as a storage bag for a cell is known as vacuoles. Hence, egg is a single cell. The nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by the nuclear membrane. Fourth, which of the following will not be found in an egg cell, human liver cell, and an amoeba? Cell wall. Which of the following represents the correct sequence? The correct sequence is cell, tissue, organ, and organ system. Sixth question: which amongst the following pairs can be found only in plant cell but not in in animal cell? Cell wall and plastids. Now D part, let's solve the question answers. Answer the following question in brief. List the main factors that determine the shape of a cell. The main factors that determine the shape of a cell are location and function in the tissue. Question number 2. Distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Give 2 examples of each. Dear students, it is always suggested whenever there is a distinguished type question, you do it in a tabular form. It will be easier to remember and write. Unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are made up of single cell, that is euglena and amoeba. Multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are made up of many cells. Examples: humans and animals. Question number 3. Give reasons for the following. The cell is called the structural and function unit of life. Plant cells are more rigid than the animal cells. So answer 1. The cell is called the structural and function unit of life because all organisms are made up of cells. A cell is capable of certain basic functions like nutrition, respiration, growth, and reproduction, that is capable of independent existence. Due to this, cell is called the structural and function unit of life. That is, it may be written like here, that is this one. Now, plant cells are more rigid than the animal cell. Rigid cell wall is present in plant cell. Due to this, plant cells are more rigid than animal cell. Question number 4. Which cell organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Why is it so called? Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell as it provides energy for different life processes and is responsible for cellular respiration. Question number 5. Name the cell organelles responsible for imparting color to the leaves and fruits of a plant. Chloroplast is responsible for imparting color to the leaves, and chromoplast is responsible for imparting color to fruits. And what are cilia and flagella? What are cilia and flagella? Write one similarity and one dissimilarity between the two of them. Cilia and flagella are extensions on the cell membrane. These help in locomotion and procurement of food in organisms like amoeba and paramecium. Similarity: both cilia and flagella are used for locomotion and thus propel a cell through the liquid. Dissimilarity: cilia are much smaller than flagella and more in numbers than flagella. Question number 7. If onion peel cells and cheek cells are observed through a microscope, state the 2 major differences that an observer is likely to find. The 2 major differences that the observer is likely to find are: in onion peel cells, cells are arranged in row and cell wall is present because it is plant cell. Cheek cell, cells are randomly arranged, cell wall is absent because it is animal cell. Question number 8. Classify the following into cell, tissue, and organ, like skin, fat cell, RBC, blood, ear, muscles. Now cell, fat cell, and RBC. tissue, blood and muscles, organ, skin and ear. Now E part. Question number 1. All cells in an organism do not have the same shape. Justify the above statement by drawing at least 3 different cells type found in human beings. The 3 different cells type found in human beings are these, like liver cell, fat cells, smooth muscle cells, red blood cells, amoeba. Dear children, this amoeba and chlamydomonas are not human cells. So you have to choose from this, or this. Out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of these 3, you may choose any 3, except these 2. I should better cut it. These are not human cell. The above figure show that liver cell is irregular in shape. This is irregular shape. Fat cell is spherical, whereas nerve cell possesses a long fiber-like structure as it has to transmit nerve impulses to organs located in different parts. This shows that all cells in organisms do not have the same shape. Question number 2. Where and how are chromosomes formed? State their significance. Chromosomes are formed in the nucleus during cell division. The nucleus is a dense structure bounded by nuclear membrane. The protoplasm of the nuclei, that is nucleoplasm, has a thread-like network called chromatin. When the cell is ready to divide, the chromatin in nucleus condenses to form thicker thread-like chromosomes. Chromosomes are responsible for inheritance of characters from one generation to the next generation. Now, with the help of well-labeled diagram, highlight 3 differences between a plant cell and an animal cell. Now, this is the comparative study. It is taken directly from the book. This is plant cell and this is animal cell. So, you can see in plant cell there is cell wall present, but whereas here in this there is no cell wall. And chloroplast is present in plant cell, and animal cell there is absence of chloroplast. Vacuole is very large. See how big is vacuole, whereas vacuole are very small in animal cell, the small vacuoles. Now write the function performed by the following organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, nucleus, chromoplast, vacuole and mitochondria. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membranes which provides channels for transport of material in a cell and helps in synthesis of protein. Golgi complex, they are sac-like structure stacked one above the other. These help in processing and packaging of material produced by the cell. Nucleus, it is a specialized structure in the cells bound by the nuclear membrane, responsible for controlling the cellular activities. Chromoplast, they are responsible for imparting color other than green to fruits, vegetables and flowers to the different parts of the plant. Vacuoles, it is a sac-like membrane bound structure. It is a sac-like membrane bound structure that appears as an empty space in the cytoplasm. It is generally large in plant cells. It stores excess of water and waste product. That is, vacuoles are used for storing various materials. Mitochondria, these are rod-shaped or spherical structure inside cell. They are responsible for cellular respiration and for generation of energy for different life processes. Question number 5. The cell membrane is a very important component of a cell. How is damage to the cell membrane likely to impact the function of the cell? Damaged cell membrane. All living cells are bound by membrane called the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. It surrounds its inner gel-like materials called protoplasm. The plasma membrane controls the entry and exit of substances as per the requirement of the cell. When the cell membrane gets damaged, it exposes the cell's contents to external environment. This results in ceasing of all function of the cell, and cell therefore dies. Now question number 6. Define the term cell for plants, animals. Name the different organelles that make a cell. Explain why none of these is called the structural and functional unit of life. Answer. The cell is the basic structural, functional and biological unit of all known organisms. A cell is the smallest unit of life and therefore cells are often described as the building blocks of life. The different organelles that make a cell are nucleus, Golgi complex, mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, vacuoles, and ribosome. A cell is capable of certain basic functions like nutrition, respiration, growth, and reproduction. That is capable of that is means it is capable of independent existence. Due to this, cell is called the structural and function unit of life, whereas these organelles are not capable of independent existence. Hence, they are not called the structural and function unit of life. And this is value-based question. A biology teacher started her lesson on the structure and function of the animals, plant cells by talking about a cricket team. She told her students that a team wins its matches only when all its members work as a team and do their assigned roles in an efficient, sincere, and responsible way. She then went on to say that the animal, plant, cell also work properly as their different parts work as a team and do their specific functions. She advised her students to imbibe the team spirit and do their specific function as a responsible member of any team they may be part of. So, name two values that the teacher spoke in her class. So, what she spoke is the two values that teacher spoke in her class are team spirit and taking responsibility. Okay, student, thank you. Thank you. Hope it will help. Thank you.